Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert. Welcome back to the Ted Show. You know I love demonstrations and tastings. And today we get to try Duke and Dame's salted caramel whiskey.
Yes.
It smells delicious, but we're actually really here. We're here to focus on our guest, Chima Burey. How'd I do?
Yes.
All
Yes,
right,
you did
all right.
great.
With Duke and Dame. And we are going to talk about A Nightmare on Church Street, which is October 22nd. It's coming up. It is back after 20 years, and we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, of course, which is whiskey and spirits and anything to do with that, and how appropriate that spirits are part of A Nightmare on Church Street. So welcome, Chima. How you? Of course, I also have Michael Westmeyer with me, by the way.
Hello, everyone.
So welcome, Chima. How you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for having me. Excited
Thank
to be a
you.
part of Nightmare on Church Street as well.
We're excited to have you. It's going to be an amazing event. Before we get into the tasting, I love for the audience to kind of get to know you. So you obviously weren't born, I don't think, and said I want to have a whiskey company. Maybe you did. My liver says you did, but tell us the real story of how that came to be.
Well, the real background story, I used to work in finance, my business partner as well. We actually met working in New York. I used to be a commodity and currency trader. One day at dinner, I don't know if you remember the whiskey Fireball, but
Yes.
one day when Fireball first came out, I was with a bunch of my buddies at dinner, and half of the table had tried it, the other half hadn't. And so one of my guys bought a round for the table, sparked the conversation. If you could start your own flavored whiskey, what would it be? So instead of how Fireball is reminiscent of, Big Red Gum, that hot cinnamon flavor, when the conversation came to me, I said I would do something reminiscent of a Werther's Original, Sugar Babies or Sugar Daddy's Candy, if you remember those. And everyone was like, wow, what a great idea. But of course, we all went back to work. It's just dinner conversation. A few years later, I'd left New York, moved back to Miami. And about a year or so after that, my business partner, he had just quit. He was traveling the world, came to hang out here. And by this time, the flavored whiskey category had evolved. Tennessee honey had come out and exploded. Crown apple had come out and exploded. I was like, there's a spot for this caramel Werther's in a cup idea that I had. And so, yeah, now we launched it. Well, he went back to New York. Our kitchens looked like chemistry labs. We were going back and forth with different ideas. And now we're winners of 10 International Spirit Awards, rated third best flavored whiskey in the world. So it's a great story.
Congratulations. Why?
Thank you.
First of all, I love the smell, Yoel. You cannot even begin. I can't wait to taste it, which we're going to do in a minute. Tell us the name. Why is it Duke and Dame?
Duke and Dame is him and hers. So Dame, she's a female knight. She's a warrior. She's earned her knighthood. So we wanted these honorific titles to really embody the brand in of itself. Data points show that women are drinking more and more brown. More than 35% of whiskey drinkers are women. So we didn't just want to market to women. We wanted to include them in the actual branding of the whiskey. And from the logo, from the juice, as we call it, in itself, of the whiskey, everyone, it really appeals to everyone. And so we wanted the brand in and of itself to represent everyone too.
I love the name. First of all, I really do.
It's sexy.
It's sexy. That's
right?
good. That's sexy. Michael, before we start tasting and do that, tell them a little bit about you. I'm sorry, I completely skipped over you.
You guys know me, Michael with Mavericks, here to promote A Nightmare on Church Street, October 22nd. I'm just enjoying this Dukes and Dames. What a great product. If you haven't tried it, please go out and get yourself a bottle. It is absolutely fantastic.
All right. Well, there we go. We're going to talk about the details of A Nightmare on Church Street momentarily, but let's do a taste. Chima,
Yeah.
Tell us now when we drink this, do we do the sniff? Do we do the whole thing?
Absolutely. So we have what makes us so special, what makes Duke and Dame so special is our unique layered taste, right? So what we want people to do when they first try it is give me at least 2 sips. So the first sip is going to be very caramel forward, robust, and you're going to get all of those pronounced Werther's, let's say those Werther's notes, the vanilla, the butterscotch, and things of that nature. The second sip is going to be a little bit more whiskey forward. So we include a 2-year age bourbon in our blend. So on the second sip, the whiskey notes really start to creep in, a little bit more oak, spice, and all those flavors from the aging of the whiskey. So initially, as you mentioned, on the nose, you definitely want to give it a smell, and you're going to get that Werther's and vanilla, caramel,
All those
and
nuances.
all those nuances. And so we wanted to create something that was really pronounced on the nose. So whenever you build a cocktail, you don't lose that. For example, you make a whiskey sour and you bring it up to your nose, you still get the caramel essence. But one thing you will notice is that it's not as sweet as it smells. So it's a play on the senses that we have.
Okay, so I'm going to try that. I love it. Cheers
first
to everybody.
Amazingly
You're right. It's not as sweet as it smells. That's dangerous.
Yeah, that is the word everyone uses.
Dangerous. Woo!
Right.
I can't even imagine the things. First of all, you could just put this on a rock.
Absolutely.
But I think I can't even imagine the different things that you can make with that.
We make some amazing cocktails. Thank you so much. And that's why we've won so many awards with it. Most spirits that you enjoy, you can't sip it neat. You know, everyone is a vodka or a tequila drinker, or even sometimes whiskey drinker, but they have to temper it with something, some type of chaser. And we really wanted to create something that was unique on its own. It's rare that you'll get a spirit, just like Michael poured, warm out the bottle, that you'll get that reaction. And that's what actually led to the name. When we sampled this, everyone who tried it, their reaction was just like yours. They felt like royal and regal, and they didn't cringe, you know, like when you take a shot of something. So that's really the path and how we got to this, the honorific titles, just by the feedback that we were getting from the people who sampled it. But cocktail wise, as you mentioned, we make all the traditional whiskey cocktails amazing. So old fashions are incredible. Whiskey sours, Manhattans, Boulevardiers are incredible. What we really love to do is to create or show off the versatility of the brand. So for example, we have a lot of accounts that have now switched out from using vodka to using Duke and Dame in their espresso martinis. As you can imagine,
what a
Starbucks,
great idea.
At Starbucks, the caramel macchiato is the #1 drink, right? So imagine caramel and espresso with that emerging cocktail right now. It's all the craze. So we have a lot of accounts. Yeah,
it's fantastic, right. And you know I'm going to be sipping on this. Tell us, we're gonna get to the details right now, really quick, on A Nightmare on Church Street, because I think it's important. There's still tickets out there. Chima is one of the amazing vendors that's coming in. So tell us the details. How can we get tickets? Give us the 411 again, Michael.
Guys, you're going to want to go to Eventbrite or any of our social media outlets, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Click on Maverick Events, and then you'll see it. It's A Nightmare on Church Street. This product will be on our VIP 2nd and 3rd floor. So if you want to try this, unless you're getting a bottle today at the store, you're going to want to buy your VIP tickets so you can enjoy some of these samples on the 2nd and 3rd floor VIP area. Nightmare on Church Street is going to have over 22 vendors, specialty cocktails, light bites, desserts. We got craft beers, everything. Most importantly, it's a costume contest that it's going to go to benefit charity Base Camp for Kids. We're excited about having that and having everybody come and enjoy a nice Halloween party for adults.
October 22nd. You have to be 21 or older to go. It's down on Church Street. It's come back after 20 years. Super excited for everybody to get into the spirit. We haven't had a downtown Halloween party in a very, very long time, 20 years, I guess. But the people behind it, like Michael and Tracy and the entire team, have done an amazing job putting together an event and an evening that you're going to have a great time at. And you get to meet amazing people like Chima. Look, I'm super excited for this, and I'm super excited that you shared this with us. So Chima, you're the last person to talk. Tell us how they can best find out more about you and Duke and Dame.
Well, thank you for having me. Our team are really looking forward to participating in the event and showcasing Duke and Dame and showcasing our cocktails and even just meeting and talking to customers. So we really enjoy that part of our job. You can find out more about our brand, Duke and Dame Whiskey, or at Duke and Dame Whiskey on both Facebook and Instagram, and our website is scrolling beneath www.dukeanddame.com. So really look forward to not only getting the feedback from customers as you go out to the stores, and you'll find us locally here in Florida. Any Total Wine you go to, you'll find us. Any ABC liquor, any Walmart liquors you go to, you'll be able to find us as well.
Fantastic. What a great story. What an amazing whiskey. You all want to go out and buy it beforehand, but you definitely want to get your VIP ticket to a Nightmare.
Absolutely.
Get some tasting. Chima, what a pleasure. Michael, always a pleasure to have you on.
Thank
Get
you,
your
guys.
tickets. It's coming up. It's 2 weeks from Saturday, if I'm not mistaken.
Get your costumes and tickets now.
Get your costumes. We'll see you soon. Chima, thanks so much for being on the show. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, guys. Appreciate it.